Test 1 2, check 1 2, check, 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 check. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Test 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Test 1 2, check 1 2, check, 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 check. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Test 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Test 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Test 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Test 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Test 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Testing 1 2, check 1 2. Test 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. 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 Testing 1 2. Check 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 1 2. Testing 1 2. Check 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 1 2. Testing 1 2. Check 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 1 2. Yeah, much better. Much, much better. Okay. So now my sending a signal. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah, much better. Much, much better. Okay. So now my sending a signal. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah, much better. Much, much better. Okay. So now my sending a signal. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah, much better. Much, much better. Okay. So now my sending a signal. we got is microphones, so we can hear ourselves on the speaker. It's a matter of whether they're we got is microphones, so we can hear ourselves on the speaker. It's a matter of whether we got is microphones, so we can hear ourselves on the speaker. It's a matter just take care of what you need to take care of. We got is microphones, so we can hear ourselves on the speaker. God is microphones, so we can hear ourselves on the speaker. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
cameras, cameras, and all those other roles. Just think about everyone you see, everyone that's down. All those were not here with us, and just a burst from our hearts to theirs of appreciation and gratitude. Thank you all for being here. For
Test 1 2, check 1 2. Microphones to talk to each other. We got speaker, but Mark and Aisha are not on with us at the moment. And Bonnie have their own table. Okay, you're on mute. Let me try and, I'm gonna try and put the microphone next to it. I'm not, let's see here. Hold on. What I'm gonna try and do, Aisha, I'm gonna try and put the microphone by my laptop so you guys can get the sound, and you just won't have a picture. So let me see if I can turn up the microphone so you can hear us. Well, yeah, well, I'm still waiting for Mark and Aisha to get on. Yeah, no fan. Oh, yeah, AC, that's in the closet. No, you, you're gonna get on? No, it's in the agenda, the link, complete link with password. Yeah, that's in the email. The meeting number is 822, you may want to write it down, 465 836 39. Password is CCC small. Okay, you guys each have a microphone on your table, so you can go ahead and use the microphone so everybody can hear us. And probably not on yet. Hold on.
No.
Hey, Mark and Aisha. Mark and Aisha. Hey, Mark and Aisha. I'll just mute them. I just muted them. Why don't we, no, you don't need to play around with it.
This one's off.
No, I turned it on a minute
I thought you
ago.
turned this one on. You turned them both on.
I turned them both on. And hold on. There you go.
Thank you, honey. What's that?
The microphone.
That's a little microphone. Who can hear me?
Hello. Hello. Bye-bye.
What I need is a cocktail. Who, hello, hello. What?
All right.
Bob, is that okay? Yeah, that's very loud.
Yeah. Red mic, your table, Tom. Speak into the microphone, please.
Hey.
Okay. And table one.
They in a fly and a flu. We're in prison, so what can they do? Set the flag.
All right.
All right, so I think we're just waiting for Cheryl and William to find their way on to
Hello.
the email.
Get on the website is what we're trying to get to.
Well,
So it should be a Wi-Fi.
Is that so that you can,
Unity, all small, Seville, C-V-I-L-L-E.
in the meantime? Well, he's finished. He is finished, huh? Would anybody like a copy of the agenda?
I would. Being
Anybody
this-
else need it?
Being a spouse, I would like a copy of the agenda.
Cheryl, William, come on over. See if anybody else
Coloring
needs
your
it.
hair.
Yes, I did. On purpose.
Okay.
Except on the top, I didn't color it. Anybody need a agenda?
This is all for meta coaching. Okay, you're all set?
Go ahead.
Well, welcome to our first in-person meeting since January of 2020, right? Yeah, since right before COVID. That's why we're so a little out of practice, I think, being in
That's why we're
person.
happy to see each other.
Yeah, truly,
so long.
truly. So just to catch up a little bit on time, let's just go right ahead and create the circle by starting off with the circle declaration. Ready? We are the heart of Virginia's circle, growing loving couples in community. Okay, and with that, Dan will light the candle. I'm not going to take time to review the agenda because
Watch
you
this.
can all read.
Oh, big one.
And Cheryl and William are our timekeeper and recorder. It's magic.
Not 5G, Unity, Seville, that network. Now a little lower.
While they're figuring out the technology, I'm going to start the clearing. Okay? Henry and Maureen can't be here today. They called like just before we left the house. Henry had a little fall on Friday off the second rung of a ladder, so not very high, fortunately, but he bruised a lot of his torso, and today he had some shortness of breath, so they went to UVA ER. So they cannot be here, and Mark and Aisha will share for them because they coached together last quarter.
Okay?
Okay? Anybody else have anything they want to clear in order to be present? Belle, yeah?
I'm glad to be here. I'm just wearing a mask for precautions.
That's not working, Bob.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Test 1, 2, it works fine.
Well,
Okay.
It's a little.
Okay. So I'm here because I'm feeling better today. Yay!
That's great, Belle. Glad to hear it. And anybody else have anything to clear? To be fully present?
Yes,
Yes?
I tried the best, but too many technical situations. This is extremely complicated, going through YouTube and Zoom, et cetera, et cetera. Obviously, we can hear each other. Mark and Aisha are on. They're still muted for some reason. I don't know why, but
Oh, I think Mark muted it because they were back.
oh, okay.
Can you hear?
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear? Let somebody. Yes. Peter and Phyllis, speak into your microphone.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you lovely.
I don't think they can hear you though.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we can hear her.
You
Sort
can
of.
hear her, but they can't hear us. So,
I can.
can? Okay, all right, well, I've got that part of the connection. All right, I'm just gonna leave our microphone on the speakers. All right. So,
Okay.
at any rate, we'll,
So, Bob, thank you for all your efforts, no matter what. Thank you. Because none of us could have done any of it. So before we start our quartet shares, is everybody aware of their new pairings for the next quarter? So you know who to listen to a little bit more closely? Okay? And I hear Aisha speaking, but I don't know what she's saying.
can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah, if we could be last instead of first, that'd be super useful. Because we're not in a place Mark is dumping trash and.
That's fine, Aisha, no problem, done. Okay? All right, so Aisha's request was to please move them last. So
Say
in,
something, Aisha.
Hello?
Can you hear her?
yeah, that's better, Aisha.
Okay.
All right, so Aisha and Mark will share for their couple and for Henry and Maureen last. All right, so we're going to begin. So actually, Cheryl and William and Bob and Bill, you're the first ones to share. Cheryl and William, you want to kick it off, please?
I'm gonna mute us so you don't hear that.
Microphone.
Can you
Having
mute
fun
them?
adventures, going where we've never gone before.
Well, our quarter has been, the whole quarter seemed very short to us. We had a good time with Bob and Bill. When we started out with our decoration, we was looking to have a lot of different kind of fun adventures, like doing things together, but it turned out our fun adventures were more about being couple, the one person having fun or the other person having fun, or having an adventure. The big part of our quarter, the two big things of our quarter was went to San Francisco and Oakland. She went to Oakland, I went to San Francisco. So but we did meet there while we was there. We have a grandson there, so we got to spend time with our grandson, and that was the other part of the two big events in our quarter. We got to spend time with our grandchildren. So we went to Oakland and San Francisco. I was working on a deck with my son, and she was just visiting our granddaughter, our daughter and grandson. And then when we got back, the other two grandsons wanted to spend time with us, so they came down to Wilmington and spent a week and had a venture, a big adventure with them down there.
We're exhausted. 14 and 7.
Yeah.
So speak right into the microphone.
14 and 7, and we're exhausted.
Anything else you wanted to add to it?
William, also, when you're talking, speak right into the microphone in the top, please.
Right. Anything, I forgot what the different items we were supposed to cover in our,
First
Top.
one is, what were the two doings?
I've got it.
okay, did that
Go
part.
ahead, I'm
Gotcha.
sorry. the
That's okay.
facilitators. Use your microphone.
It's what we, any notable doings, any big fun that
Right,
you want to share?
The two doings is what I mentioned earlier.
Right.
Hanging with the grandkids and
Any special fun?
Well, you go out there.
the being our decoration, what we kind of realized, and I kind of alluded to it a little bit, was that our whole desire was to have fun together, and we ended up doing different things, having fun different ways and adventures in different ways, but we still were a couple in that process. So Cheryl would call me and say, okay, how's it going? Show me pictures. I'll call her, okay, the 1-year-old threw food all over the kitchen table, and so we kind of kept in contact, so we was really kind of a couple, but we wasn't in the same place. The best homework you received and why? Recall which one that would be.
The best homework we received was to continue our financial preparing for Will, which started with Bonnie and Dan when they were coaching, because now we have a financial advisor. We've tried a shared budget, and we're looking into revocable trust. So all of that has been carried over from quarter to quarter. And I'm retiring in 3 semesters.
Woohoo!
Instead of a year and a half.
We are actually at our 4-minute point. I didn't get to say that earlier, but in conclusion, we just wanted to say that we had a great time with Bob and Bell. They really set us free in some preconceived ideas of what a couple's finances should look like or should be, and they really coach us on how to be just relax and let the way we've been doing is okay. So we really appreciate all the coaching Bob and Bell gave us this quarter, and that's it.
Great. Okay, Bob and Bill.
Yeah, what we got done this quarter was the 2 big things that we got done. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Bob. Take a breath, take a breath.
We are the fun ones we've been looking for, and we are healthy, wealthy, and wise. So the 2 things that got accomplished this quarter was we got signed off on our 3rd amendment of our revocable trust, which was a major, major undertaking. We've been at it for like a year and a half. And those are now signed off. That ensures that Bell is taken care of if I pass first, but at the same time, that when she goes, that in fact my relatives get most of my estate, rather than she already gets 50%. So,
Right.
but you know, if we let it the normal way or had a will or so on, she'd get everything, and that's. We've had it happen twice before in our family. So that's been signed off. Bell's has been revised also, and she got all the right things in hers. One thing that the couple did that was fun, we came down to Tom and Mary Ann's cabin with you guys, and we really had a blast going down there and meeting everybody and so on. We also did a song, and that was something that was out of the ordinary as far as something that we're trying to do for fun. A big growth opportunity we see for the future for the next quarter is decluttering our house. Does that sound familiar to anyone else? Okay, so what we want to do is we want to acknowledge Cheryl and William. They were, the biggest thing they were was open to possibility. They covered one of the things as far as they're moving into a trust area, but the big that and Cheryl deciding to retire a year earlier than she was going to, and that was so awesome. That, and you guys have talked about how could you end up having vacations together. They were first thinking about, well, we'll buy an RV And William says, I'm not in the RV mood. And I said, well, you can always tow a car and then take the car and go where you want to go, wherever that is. So they started there, but after some research, just like Bell and I have found, an RV, you don't buy an RV, you go rent it unless you're going to use it like every weekend, because it's like a boat. You put it in the water and you put money into it. It's so expensive.
Sure, our waters are apprenticed.
So, okay, those all were awesome. They were just open to any possibility that we talked about, and open to thinking about those, and shared with each other and did the homework. Again, the quarter was extremely short, I thought. We didn't get more than 4 sessions in, because the first 3 were getting familiar, and then 2 for the declarations. So, yeah, they definitely count, for sure. Okay, so we're finished. We're complete.
You are.
Microphone.
Declaration.
Any other advice? You look into my eyes. I see you. So we were following this list here, and the top 2 doings was about 6 doings instead. So we had 2 birthday parties. Looks like everyone had a fun time at the cabin with Tom and Mary Ann.
Well, we went the following 2 weeks later than everybody else, because Dave had planned another social for his Eckankar group that same day. So we were committed, missed y'all, but we did have a wonderful time at the cabin with those guys, a little follow-up.
And in that, we had a breakthrough with our dog, because our dog we don't let loose, but we let him loose there, and it worked out completely perfect. And so the second question is, one thing your couple did was fun. We just said all that. So we're moving down to the best homework.
Well, our focus for the quarter was on tone. We've been working on tone, our tone of voice, our, when we're speaking about, and, just ways of being more open. And anyway, our best homework was about tone, talking about it, being loving, relaxed.
What we found was that when we move our tone down into our throat or our chest, it helps create access to relaxing, to better things. And so we found that even if you don't have the right tone, you can change it, and that can change your beingness. And that is also part of our big growth opportunity, to have tone awareness. And
well, we also learning to be source, because we are Sue Source now, and taking that on, doing some reading, doing the reading of the source role in the book. So learning to be source is part of our growth opportunity.
And part of that is that we're learning to take care and have conversations around circle well-being. Our coaches, of course, we Tom and Marianne were our coaches, and our coachees, and we found them to be extremely vulnerable. When you're investigating your tone, sometimes you go up and you get like this, and if your partner calls you on it, it's really cool if you can just relax it and get down to a tone like this. And we saw them being able to do that in the moment, in their moments, apart from us and on the call. And it was it was a demonstration of what we're finding out is a very powerful skill. We saw that we saw them trusting in our process of our CCC coaching and being great partners. The third thing they did,
Well, we thought they were a wonderful model to us of a way of being couple that we really appreciated and just want to acknowledge and recognize. Thank you.
yeah, as being a model, it kind of means by watching them, we were stretched into, emanating, all those things. Their beingness with us. So thank you. We're finished.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to say
Declaration, yes.
our tone creates love and harmony, which we can't sing. Too bad we can't sing. So the top doings for this quarter was hosting the Circle Socials at our cabin, which was a heck of a lot of fun. So sorry a few people couldn't make it, we do have weekly overnights at our cabin, which was a wonderful escape and relaxation. So that was good. You want to say why?
Sure. What we had fun with, well, we celebrated our 58th anniversary with dinner and theater, the theater in the woods in Appomattox, and we let's see, we played the alphabet game with the tones, and one time we went down from admiring, beautiful, courteous.
And then we did bad tones. A, angry, B, belligerent, C, callous, all the way to zapping tones, which we had a little trouble with the Z.
Yeah, so, right. I think we skipped X.
Excited.
Yeah, right. The best homework was to observe our tone of voice and share how it affects our couple. And notice that the octave of our voice and from what part of the body tone emanates. We noticed if we slowed down and spoke from our chest, where we found calm and tones of more nurturing and loving quality.
And a big growth opportunity for our next quarter is to take loving and harmonious tones into our everyday encounters.
And continue supporting Leslie's interests and well-being.
And being more conscious of how we are with ourselves and others, including those. We are taking a trip north, so we'll have to remember our tones as we're visiting friends and family in the north.
And our tone of excitement. And let's see, applying what we experience at the CCC convention and sharing it with our circle when we get back.
And we're looking forward to seeing Phyllis and Peter leading some of the things. Okay, we acknowledge David and Mary for their energy. They're very inspiring and commitment to coaching.
For 3 face-to-face contacts at their house and dinner in Seaville and at the cabin.
And for taking action in the role as Sioux Source. You read the manual and you kept us on our toes, and you reached out to couples that needed connection. So, and then finally, for being fun and inspiring. We really enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Peter and Phyllis are next.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Not unless you want us to.
Okay, all right.
Ready? Always got to. Ready? Okay. We are living our dream life in our dream house, in our dream bodies.
In your dreams.
In our dreams. Right now, it's all in our dreams. Like a possibility. So we did a few things that were fun. Oh, the doing first. The doings this quarter and how your declaration made it. Okay. So we've been doing our house addition construction. And
So it's completely under roof and everything that's going to be renovated has now been very challenging. We have the least functionality.
have, even though it's not finished, it's under roof. So we can go out in our backyard and the nude, and it's being perfectly private. Nobody, as far as we know, can see it. So it's really exciting to have that total privacy. The second doing is with our health. And we've been doing a lot. I've had MRI, the heart monitor, you name it, several things. And we've been doing that with the dream of a healthy body. And Peter?
Well, just to say Phyllis has had we think, a virus of some kind. It's affected her balance and a bunch of other things. So it's been almost 6 weeks now that she hasn't really been able to walk unaided. So we've just been doing gazillion tests and she's getting better slowly, but we're still not sure why or what's going on. So that's been a big doing for us. And for me, my doing was I lost my voice for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm not sure why, but it's on the mend now. So, but we spent a lot of time really concentrating on our health.
Yeah, and the vision, the dream of the health. Okay, so even in the face of all this, we did some fun things. It was great to have a birthday celebration that David and Mary came and made these fabulous tacos, and friends of ours, Joyce and Ken, came, and now they're all interested in couples coaching. So, and we also had a great dinner. Thank you for inviting us to join you at the Aberdeen Barn. That was really, really fun. And the last fun thing is that we were able to go to the fireworks at the Boar's Head, and it worked out really easily and well. The best homework we got was to set aside fun, relaxing evenings. And we really needed that. So that was really important. A big growth opportunity that we see for our couple next quarter is to stay optimistic and relaxed about our house construction and our health challenges. And we acknowledge Dan and Bonnie for hanging with us in our really extremely low points.
Yeah, I think health challenges have been sort of the keynote of our quarter, and it's been going really well, given everything that's happened. Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
So, that's it for us.
Okay. All right, we're next.
Is this live?
It is.
Is it on?
It is.
We got game.
So, right, it's like, yeah, we can do it. We got it. It's like that. We got it.
I don't know if this is on.
It is. It is. Okay, so our top 2 doings, we had 3. We finally organized our basement. Astounding. Y'all should just come down and see it.
I just want to acknowledge that we've been talking about this for probably 3 years, and every time we get some, we don't know what to do, whether we just shove it in the basement. And so it's now almost, it was almost impassable through there. And we've been talking about, and finally, last Sunday or something like that, or Monday, we went down there in about 2 hours. We had 3 different piles: give, keep, sell, throw away, whatever. And it was a huge benefit to us. It was like a huge weight got lifted off our shoulders, so we're very happy with that effort.
Yeah, and we had some fun doing it. It wasn't painful at all. It's all attitude, right? Yeah, we got game. We've supported each other all quarter in taking care of our health. Dan started a new treatment regimen, and we're fingers crossed that it's working well for him. I've got a hip replacement next Monday, and Peter's my inspiration. Whatever Peter can do, I can do. So there we have that. And then we spent 2 full days furniture shopping together, and we're here to tell the tale. And we did have one big breakdown, but then we had a 5x5. We shared the ways in which we were hurting each other, and we took responsibility for it. And so we recommitted to our declaration, and then we had fun and success.
And we happened to hit Grand Furniture last weekend during their 4th of July sales, and we got huge discounts on a bunch of stuff. So we're very happy, and we had a great experience with the salesperson there.
Fun, we've been visiting a lot of the local breweries. And it's not Wild Wolf, it's Three Notched Brewing. They just opened, and they've had a soft opening for 2 days, and we had so much fun there. And then we went to a July 4th party at our neighbor's house.
Well, wait a minute, the other brewery's called Wild Man Dan's. No relation to me, but there's another Dan that opened up a brewery close to us.
And it's a real little neighborhood kind of joint. It's great. The best homework we received, and why, is 5x5s. And it's not that we actually do them daily or always structure them, but whenever we begin to realize that we're kind of like the tone is going off key and we're getting a little edgy with each other, we say 5x5. And we just stop. And we take turns. And so then we listen to each other. And once we listen to each other, then we have compassion, and then, you know, it just all flows from there. So that makes a huge difference. So that's kind of, Mark and Aisha, if you're listening, that's our kind of Jabberwocky. And a big growth opportunity we see for our couple next quarter is breaking out of a couple habit that we have of when we get busy with medical stuff and other issues, we don't go out that much and socialize that much, and we want to shift that. So amidst all of that, you know, the medical stuff, we want to do some short trips and for stimulation and fun. And then acknowledging our coaches. Peter and Phyllis, you despite having a rough quarter health-wise, Phyllis, you were sick throughout the whole quarter, and it was a short quarter, guys. It really, I think our last meeting was April 30th. So it was May, June, in just 2 weeks, so that's why everybody's mentioning it. And Peter got sick towards the end of the quarter. They accomplished something fun every day on the house, no matter what, and they had fun. And they still go out, and they still do things, and Phyllis is always like, well, but I didn't do this, you know, and I just wanted to do this, and Peter just smiles, and it's perfect. You guys are just unstoppable. And what we said is the quality we're acknowledging is like your commitment. You just embody the being of couple. You're unstoppable in being couple. And your impact on our couple is that you're an inspiration to both of us in being and accomplishment. So thank you. All right, so I think now it's Mark and Aisha are going to share for themselves and for Henry and Maureen.
Yeah.
I can't get their picture, I'm sorry.
If you have it on are we on a laptop?
Yes.
If I turn it so they can see it, if you want.
Yeah, but they can't.
I can see Bonnie and Dan, I think. You know what, take the background off, then we'll be able to. That we can have to do. If it's difficult, that's okay.
Aisha, please?
I'll say it just myself, in case that's true. Divinely inspired,
Divinely inspired,
we make Marcia magic.
we make Aisha magic. Marcia Aisha, magic.
Marcia magic
Marcia magic,
Marcia Magic, Mark and Aisha.
all the time.
all the time.
Cool.
All right. So our top two doing, I love the questions, by the way. Good job. This is awesome meeting. This difficult tech-wise. Our top two doing, one was coming together daily on managing finance. We realized that with our couple bands, could not manage things as a couple. So we've been doing it every day, coming together, a lot of difficulty breathing deeply and changing position. And so, yeah, they have a lot of things going on. And they really, really came together as a couple this quarter. It was really amazing and inspiring. So they were great coaches and really excited to see them come together as a couple and be connected. That's awesome for them. Okay.
Aren't we? Okay, perfect. So our source quartet is going to take us to a circle awesome acknowledgement exercise.
We would just like to acknowledge David and Mary for recognizing what CCC.
Don't put it so close to that, honey.
Sorry.
Just put the microphone here.
My
We acknowledge Dave and Mary for coming up with the idea of doing an awesome acknowledgement of CCC. We've all benefited, maybe haven't really concentrated on what is done for us, so we're going to go through that process.
So this came out of a feeling that our circle has shrunk almost in half. And we were wondering that if people remembered what they received and what they've given and what it's done for their couples. So we thought as a quartet that it would be good for the remaining people here to remember that specifically. And so we came up with this awesome acknowledgement that some of us already practice. And we asked that Bonnie and Dan would put it in as an activity. So if you have done your homework, we'd like to hear from you what you have identified and what is the quality and what is the impact that CCC has done for you. So we will model it, Mary and I. So the first thing we're doing.
Well, our way of being is the way, the meaningful way of being that we've gotten is that we're much more sensitive to listening. And I guess the 5-on-5 has been instrumental in that as a tool.
So that way of being leads to us considering our willfulness to move forward in that sensitivity. Yeah, and that's part of the quality. Okay.
So the quality is that we feel safe enough to be vulnerable with each other in our quartet, well, in our couple, because that's what this is about. And then the impact of CCC on our couple is,
so the impact for us, we've been in here 12 years, 15 years, I'm not sure, but the impact is that we have a lot more compassion in the middle of a breakdown especially. And we know that even though it's a breakdown at whatever level, we know that healing is close by. We have the tools, and so it's not as dire or serious as breakdowns sometimes seem. And that's enormous. So that's an example. Who would like to go next? Here we go. We have a couple to my right.
Or left, or the other, right?
Anyway, so Tom and Mary Ann. Well, we said the action we've taken since joining CCC is that we created a daily kiss and plan that bringing our couple into alignment on individual and couple intentions for the day, using the distinction 100%, 100%.
And the quality of our couple that's been nurtured and supported by CCC, well, we know CC's commitment is to grow the power of couple by creation of the Declaration in quartet. We know ourselves as a couple growing in awareness and generosity, and that has really been nurtured very much by our being.
The impact of CCC on our couple and others, our couple is taken care of in CCC with quartet coaching, defining our intentions, and coaching to maintain and expanding them. Our daily kiss and plan helps us stay connected with each other by partnering in all things, important and routine. Our plan also reminds us to maintain connection with others with a call or send a card.
And one of the really telling conversations we had that showed how CCC affects others, our daughter Leslie lives with us, and when we thought we were going to take a quarter off, and I know we've shared this before, I think we're going to take a quarter off, and Leslie said, "Mom and Dad, I don't think that's a good idea." So
Affects her quality of life as well.
So we acknowledge the unstoppability of our circle and all that we went through, the comings and goings and the loss of, you know, a whole other circle in the process, and being able to keep the vision alive and work it all together is huge acknowledgement for all of us.
So it gives us the sense of the longevity of what it is that we're up to as couples in the world and the creation of couple community, because this circle has actually been in existence for 32 years. And to imagine that couples could do anything for 32 years, you know, let alone contribute to other couples, is really very awesome and powerful to us.
Yeah, so the other impact is that we can feel secure in knowing that couples coaching couples will survive and thrive, no matter what. So we acknowledge especially this circle, our circle, for making that happen.
Oh yeah, I mean, all of you have been in the circle for a long time, you know, and when, you know, when people started saying, well, we don't need couples coaching couples anymore, or I think we'll just drop out, and some people did, you know, it just never occurred to us as a possibility.
So our way of being was challenged by couples coaching couples to be able to get over it and realize that that was a decision, a choice, and it didn't have to mean a whole lot. And the quality of that has brought into our relationship is the end of long-standing upset that would go on for days and days or weeks and weeks until you end up not even remembering what initiated it in the first place. Yeah, the 100 Years' War, right? And the impact I think CCC has had most definitely is that we had an idea of what this perfect couple was. I think it grew out of our early, when we first got married, we came into a kind of fundamentalist church situation, and we had this like ideal, like when you die and go to heaven, like that kind of ideal as a couple. But we knew now that you would have to die and go to heaven because it doesn't have to look any way. It just, we're creating the way. And just the pressure of realizing that there is no thing to get is a huge
just, it leaves opening for your couple. So.
Okay. Well, glad to be here. So I'm looking forward to coaching William and Cheryl. And it's exciting that we're actually going to be coaching too with our famous couple.
Yeah, CCC has just literally saved our marriage at least 3 times. One time was, I seem to remember, Ron Feynman. We were coaching with the Feynmans, and there was a breakdown with our refrigerator. Basically, the sucker had a leak, and it was just, you know, the drain hose was overflowing or something. Bell said, "We're going to get rid of that darn that darn refrigerator." And I said, no, it just needs a little fixing. Just needs a repair part, etc. And even though that seems like a small thing, Belle now owns a refrigerator because that's the way we worked it out. She got the new refrigerator. In the meantime, she's gotten a new dishwasher and a new stove at some point. However, those were left at the old house. So she now owns them in the new house, if you will. But at any rate, that was just one example. Can you think of any other ones? It was just the way our way of being was that we just let it go. We just worked it out. I mean, that anything can be possible. Possibility exists.
I can see how we've grown so much with our couple. We don't have those kind of breakdowns anymore. We really don't. We are able to talk together and work things out, and we work with our coaches, and I can't think of any major breakdowns we've had in years. Can you?
No, the breakthrough that we had to start with, of course, was being coached with Linda and Russell to actually get married in the first place, because Belle was not going to get married again, period. But when we joined CCC, they coached us to the point where she saw it was possible to be married again, and that led me to the possibility of asking her to marry me. And the rest is history with our clowning and everything else. Linda and Russell contributed. The contribution of couples coaching couples is endless. We've had contributions from all of you guys. It's your couples, including back in the old days. So we're just looking forward to being there in the future. It's now been 28 years that we've been in couples coaching.
So I say we're getting older and we're getting better.
Okay, thank you.
Mark and Aisha, would you like to go next?
Once we identify that man,
we were able to come to agreement, connection, grace with each other, how we identified it, and awareness. And we identified that the first dance made us more aware of our faith, we talked about, and we had kind of identified that if our couple have kind of that feeling of that external thing or internal thing of, here we go again. So they go, maybe that's a dance.
That's right, and that was magical. That one word went in.
You turned the volume down somehow, Bob.
Hold on a second.
Mine's fine. It's the Zoom section that I somehow probably muted. No, they did not.
Say something. Can you hear us? You can hear us. Okay, we can't hear you. Say something. We'll go back to you.
Okay. Maureen and I were speaking on the phone. They're so amazing. And she shared their awesome acknowledgments with us. That I think she was calling from the ER while they were waiting to let us know. And so we started talking about this, and it was very heartfelt, her share. She said that, at the very beginning of when they joined coaching couples, it was the coaching they received around how they could build a family through fostering that was probably the biggest, contribution they received from CCC. And the quality of their couple is that no matter what, nothing can happen without couples staying united. And the impact that CCC has is that it strengthens their union. It keeps them strong in the face of, all the things they're facing. Okay, and then for Dan and I, it was CCC's belief in our couple that supported us in getting married. We never would have gotten married without CCC. He was scared. It would not have happened. We'd have broken down too much, and then I think the quality is our awareness that our individual happiness depends on our couple's well-being, which is really couple as source. We really see couple as source as the power behind our individual happiness, which is, that's a huge awakening. And CCC provides us with an ongoing opportunity to focus our awareness in everyday life on our couple, instead of just getting caught up in all the busyness and the doing.
Is that everyone? So notice the long-term benefits that we're getting. I wish that we had a wider audience of people who could hear these things. The sharing was consistently about a very deep improvement in our relationship in our lives, that it leads to happiness. and that we know that we're growing, you know, in the face of whatever it is, and that we're supported for our goals, our deepest, most spiritual, most healthy goals. Everyone spoke to these things. Mark and Aisha about learning their dance. Bonnie, Henry and Maureen about how to build a family. Dan and Bonnie about, you know, they were believed in as a couple enough to get, you know, be vulnerable to marriage. Tom and Mary Ann, they saw themselves as able to be coaches and that they can make a contribution to other people. These are fantastic life gifts that we've given each other. And Cheryl and William talking about getting over stuff, you know, that they don't have to make it so meaningful. And what a skill that we need in life. I just noticed, I personally, my couple didn't have the skill. I was angry at my wife for 3 days until I realized what happened was she spoke harshly to me. Oh no, right? And so the benefits are just so awesome. The other benefits that we get to know other people intimately, authentically, deeply. I don't know about you guys, but I think for us, you are the most dear people that we feel so connected and so able to be ourselves, the best selves that we wish. So let's move on to the next.
We have a request. This is so powerful that we share these insights with other couples, and that's a way to not only grow our circle, but share couple in the world, because these benefits are so powerful. It seems a shame to keep it a secret.
So William, I think we're kind of right on time, right? Yeah, within 2 minutes. So guys, we set aside 10 minutes for new quartets to connect and set up their first coaching time, and then that's followed by 15 minutes of social time. So you can use that however you want. We have 25 minutes until 4:15 to connect with your couple for the next quarter, set up your coaching, and then take a social and snack break, and then we're coming back for meta coaching at 4:15. Okay? Can you see if Aisha and Mark, if we can hear them now? Has anything been fixed? Or no? Okay, but is there something they're trying to say now? If they can go do that, everybody else can go. I just want to know if they're okay. No, no. They're going to be coaching with, hang on. Yeah, they're going to be coaching with Tom and Marion.
You just give Mark or Aisha a call. It's 505-615. All right, Peter and Phyllis, we'll come over to you guys once you get. Oh, no. They're on the screen, but they're not gonna be able, they probably can hear you, but you won't be able to hear them. You're not getting their voices here. Right. all the equipment you see here, all the microphones, all of the projectors and everything, we brought down from upstairs. I had help doing it.
Just an announcement, let everybody know we got 5 minutes before we get back together.
Okay. No way. 20 minutes this week, right?
Yeah, we haven't done our thing yet.
Where's your what? I can turn
That's what I'm gonna do. Right. William, Michelle, you know what'll work best for Martin actually being on stage is if you guys face David and Mary across the table. Does that work? Hopefully just your. Okay, whatever works for you. But I think that's gonna be the easiest and
Tuesday
you
night.
really only us to, you have done good at it. We get to that point too. So we're.
They're going to the beach tomorrow.
Right.
They're standard, you know, they have about 18
Right.
Razor decides which ones to pass on.
I don't know. Let me put it this way, I'm not dealing with that.
That's somebody else's issue.
No, I am not dealing with that.
Oh, you're the medical team, right? Oh, I got it.
No, they're the coaches though. They're the coaches, we're the coaches.
Okay.
Did I read it?
They're coaching us.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And they're the medical coaches. That's what I was told anyway.
Right.
Who's coaching who?
Okay, you're the coaches.
We're
You're
the
the
coaches.
coach. You're the, right? We're the
I thought we were the coaches.
This is a little close for me.
And they're.
Can you hear me?
Dr. Isaac, can you hear me? Okay, I'm gonna move my laptop over to there in front of the coaches. Okay? And the microphone.
Oh, it just says you get the cues. Oh, haha, you get the coaches.
You're the team and Mary right now. You can change it if you guys want. It's up to you. I think I asked them to do I'm just gonna set the parameters. Set the parameters. Okay. We have paper. Do you need a pen? No. This is paper.
Take good care of.
All right, all right. Are we ready to listen? Well, what I really want to do, hang on a second, team. All right, so. Do you need me to just start But, hang on one second. Do you need me to use the microphone?
Do you need us to use the microphone?
You do?
So can we borrow one that's not being used? There we go.
You don't have a cold. You don't have a cold. You sure? You're good? 'Cause I got
Okay,
surgery.
we'll give it back to them. They didn't need it until they're gonna talk.
All right, so before you begin the coaching, let's set this up,
Go
okay?
ahead,
Let's just
Bonnie.
presence the purpose of what we're doing, which really is to build our coaching skills. Better? So I think we all have habitual ways of coaching, and I think this is an opportunity to become aware of our strengths, things that we're missing, and just reconnect with what really the essence of couples coaching couples is, which is our coaching skills and our commitment to each other, which I think we really have that. So the way it's going to go is there's going to be 10 minutes of coaching, guys, okay? 10 minutes of coaching, and then 5 minutes of meta coaching. And Peter and Phyllis, correct me if you have a different recollection, but during the coaching, anybody else who's not assigned as the meta coaches, which Peter and Phyllis are, we can pass them notes. Well, we pass notes to you guys if we have any ideas of questions that we would want to ask, but it's geared towards the coaches. It's geared toward the coaches, not the coachees. But the notes get passed to the meta coaches. Is everybody clear?
So you don't want us to be receiving the notes as you're talking? No, I know we don't get to see them, but how are we going to get from over there?
Yeah, we'll be passing them through. We'll have to pass them.
We have a courier service. That's what I'm
Well,
suggesting.
but we just don't want you to, just don't pay attention, just keep passing them. Then it comes back to circle observations, which is, like, what do you know? I'll presence that. What? Yep. Right. Or things that you come up with yourselves. Okay. Okay, so the first 10 minutes just goes? Okay, thank you. Thank you. It doesn't clarify that here at all. Yeah, and then we'll take 10 minutes to talk about it. But the focus is, when we talk about it, is not just like, oh, what could they have done differently, but it's like, what do you see for yourselves out of it? What do you see for your own couple, as far as the way you usually coach, and what this made you aware of that you might want to bring more to your coaching or do differently? You're coaching the coaches. The focus is on the coaches, not the coachees. Okay? None. Or there's consequences. There's consequences.
There are no consequences.
Okay, so.
Shall we start? You ready?
Okay. You good with that? Okay, so we're ready to begin, and you start by creating your quartet, okay?
So we need to speak into these, don't we? So we just got connected, and so usually on the first time we talk about creating a quartet declaration, right?
Yeah, but we are going to use the ones we have, right?
Okay, the quartet. You have a quartet declaration already?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we are coachable, and we make the coaches and the guidebook ready.
Okay. Okay, cool. That sounds great. Okay. We are a couple, we are coachable, and we make our coaches and guidebook right. Cool. So, should we go first? All right, so I'm too close?
Okay, is this okay now?
So we'll say our current declaration. You look into my eyes. I see you. So we did, knowing we were being,
just, we do have an issue we have talked about bringing to coaching. But I do want to acknowledge quickly, as much as I know we don't have a lot of time, so acknowledge you, David, for the work you did here in the exercise. And